On this TrailRecon adventure, my son Jordan and I hit the dirt in an out-of-this-world looking location with the intention of camping right in the middle of it. But our adventure spirit gets the best of us, and we find ourselves exploring over 100 miles away by the end of the day. Join us as we take you along one of the most scenic off-road adventures we've been on in a long time, enjoy some quality time at camp, and give you a tour of the new addition to Jordan's Toyota Tacoma.
It's raining.
The right time.
Welcome to TrailRecon. I'm Brad, and I'm here with my son Jordan, and we are out here in the Trona Pinnacles, which is a gorgeous place out here in the desert. But more exciting is Jordan has a new addition to his truck. A nice little four-wheel camper Project M. And in this video, we're going to go explore out here. Jordan's never been here, and I haven't been here in a few years, so we're excited just to go check it out. And who knows where we may end up. And we're going to go find camp tonight, and Jordan's going to be sleeping out of his new camper for the very first time. And tomorrow morning, we'll grab some coffee, and we'll give you a tour of his new kind of house on wheels. This is pretty cool. We're excited. You ready to go, Jordan?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Nestled in the Mojave Desert in the northern part of San Bernardino County lies this surreal landscape that seems to be from another planet, the Trona Pinnacles, also known as the Tufa Pinnacles. These are a collection of over 500 tall, spiky rock formations that rise up from the desert flat floor, creating a truly unique landscape. There is a small network of trails that weave their way in and around the pinnacles, and while most are easy trails, there are a few steep climbs, descents, and a few rocky and rutted out sections to keep things interesting. This area is managed by the Bureau of Land Management and offers many primitive campsites where you can spend the night in the midst of this unusual desert scenery. So I've not been out here to Trona Pinnacles. It's been almost 3 years, and the very first time that we came out here, we got here in the evening. We kind of drove around for maybe a half hour, and then we had to find a place to camp before it got dark. And so I've never really had a chance to just kind of immerse myself in this place, and it is so interesting. I mean, all these huge pillars are just, they're almost magical. It makes you feel like you're on just a different world out here. And this is Jordan's first time, and I know he's already mesmerized by it. It's really cool. If you haven't been out here, this is an easy place to come. You should definitely come check it out. I'm excited for him to come out here and camp in that camper for the first time. I know he's been so excited about it, like a kid on Christmas yesterday when they were installing that. And I'm so happy for him. I think it's going to be the perfect asset for him on that Tacoma. So we've got a lot more exploring to do. I don't know what time we're going to get to camp, but we're in no rush.
Alright, so this is my first time out here in the Trona Pinnacles, and I have to say, like, this place is just amazing. I've never been to, like, some Mars looking, I don't even know, this is straight out of, like, Star Trek. And the funny thing is I think my dad told me they actually filmed parts of Star Trek here. So, yeah, I mean, I think this place is super cool. Now, what I'm most excited about on this trip isn't where we're at. It's not, you know, the views, the cool rock formations. It's what's on the back of the truck right now. I've been looking forward to this thing for a couple months now, and I just have so many ideas of what I want to do to it, what I want to build in it. And I mean, this is going to be the first night that I've ever slept in it, and I'm super excited for it just to see how it is. Because one thing I really have wanted is just something that's quick to set up when I get to camp. I don't want to have to pull out a tent, unzip it, fold it, you know, then, you know, inside goes the sleeping bags, the air mattress, the pillows. I want something I can just pop up and it's ready to go. And then in the mornings, just, you know, close it, latch it, and leave. So, super excited for that.
Well, Jordan, it took us a while to get here, but I'm stoked to be here and to see you enjoying this place. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, this place is it's just like another world out here. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you know, we were supposed to be on the northern part of the 395, but they've had avalanches, and so there was just no way to explore out there. But we wanted to get to a cool place so you could use the camper for the first time. Now, I know we're going to talk about the camper tomorrow morning in depth at camp over some coffee, but I want to talk about your suspension a little bit because I think it's very interesting. Tell everybody exactly what we did to the suspension.
Yeah, so the suspension's pretty much completely stock with the exception that we added the sumo springs on the back.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I was a little hesitant about those sumo springs. I'm like, oh, I don't know if these are gonna work, but they did have some great reviews on them, and thankfully they installed very easily. And man, wow, they are supporting that camper no problem. Not that that camper is super heavy, but I mean, driving down the road, you said it was fine, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really notice it's back there. The truck doesn't drive any different. The acceleration, braking, I mean, the body roll, it hasn't really changed a whole lot. So those springs are definitely helping.
Yeah, that's really awesome. I know when I had the Power Wagon, I was fighting with my airbags a little bit, and so I think those are a great option. How's it feel on the trail? You know, you got 400 pounds back there, and you got those sumo springs. How's it feel here on these rocks and bumps and ruts?
I mean, it's pretty smooth. I don't really notice it.
Yeah, that's the good thing. I think the Project M is such a good option because it doesn't weigh much. So it'd be cool to kind of see you build it out over the next couple months.
Yeah, I'm excited to build it out. Just hopefully we don't increase the weight too much. Try to keep it pretty simple and maybe a little modular.
100%, I'm with you. I mentioned that there are a few good steep climbs and descents out here, and this was just one of them. And before today, Jordan would have come up and then come down this little section without much hesitation. But with this kind of change to his truck, he's undergoing a bit of a new learning curve on how his truck dynamics now feel and perform on the trail. This was a good, safe place to test things out. And this little section right here was pretty steep. You paused for a second and gave me that look, dude. How was that?
I mean, it wasn't too sketchy. I'm just really not sure with the camper on the back.
You did fine. I mean, that's pretty steep.
It was a little steep, yeah.
We're giving a good test to it.
Yeah.
We were having a great time exploring this area, and there is no wind in the forecast. Temperatures are currently in the 60s and only expected to get in the mid 40s this evening. That's the perfect camping weather. But see those snow-capped mountains off in the distance? Yeah, I couldn't stop thinking about them. Okay, so Jordan and I have been out here exploring for about 2 hours now, and I think he just said something over the radio. What did you say, Jordan?
This might be my favorite place that I've been.
Like a location-wise, not trail-wise, but location-wise.
Yeah, not trail, but the scenery out here is incredible.
Yeah, it is incredible. Although you really can't go that far, and so I've been paying attention to where we're at, and we can navigate a little bit out of here, but we are kind of surrounded by military installation out here. So we're not going to venture off too far. So we're just kind of hanging around the pinnacles, and there are lots of campsites. Some of them have no protection. This one has a lot of protection, so I'm definitely going to mark this spot. But we're trying to decide whether or not we're going to camp here tonight or we're going to press up north. Jordan had a pretty interesting idea, but we're going to have some lunch first and then make that decision. Now, we could have had lunch at that campsite, but we wanted to see if we could find a spot near the old railroad that's out here. Not only is it just a ton of fun to explore out here in your 4x4, but there are also lots of hiking trails that will allow you to get up and close and personal with some of the pinnacles. It's always nice to take a moment and stretch your legs when you are out in your vehicle for a while. Plus, we were starting to get a bit hungry, so time to have some lunch and decide if we're gonna stay here for the night or not.
So Dad, what's for lunch?
We are having ham and cheese sandwiches, but I got kind of a cool little treat. We got some Cajun crab dip with some crackers.
Huh. Sounds interesting.
Yeah. Dude, how about that view? That is incredible.
Yeah, I mean, this definitely isn't a bad spot to stop for lunch.
Beautiful, and right on this railroad. And it said on that sign back there that this railroad is the shortest railroad in the United States.
I wonder why they built it.
It has something to do with the mining they were doing out here, but pretty interesting.
Yeah?
Yeah, pretty cool spot, dude. All right, so we have a decision to make, and it was almost your idea.
Uh-huh.
Stay here or continue on somewhere else. What do you want to do?
I kind of want to go up north a little bit.
You want to go up north. You know it's going to get colder.
Yep.
Okay, because they got all that snow up there, and the temperatures are still pretty chilly. We're not going to go like too far north, but we can go a little bit up 395, maybe towards Alabama Hills.
Yeah, I think that sounds good.
All right. We're going to leave this beautiful warm spot for another beautiful cold spot.
Yeah, well, I mean, the camper has a thermal pack, so hopefully that helps keep us warm.
All right, and we do have a little heater.
Yep.
And we got good sleeping bags.
Yep.
We'll be all right.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, all right. Lunch is one of those things I feel on an off-road trip needs to be a planned stop. It's a chance to get out of your vehicle, stretch your legs, and more importantly, spend some quality time together. When you spend all day driving around in separate vehicles, you don't always get to have some of those meaningful conversations. Now, as we were packing up and getting ready to head back on the trail, we had a surprise visitor. Oh yeah, the sound of freedom. That was pretty cool. Okay, now it's about 30 minutes to drive back to the pavement, and then we have about a 107-mile drive north, so we picked up the pace a little. It's interesting because the last few trips I've made some changes to our route to escape the wind, snow, and the cold, and this time I'm doing the complete opposite. Why? Well, really, it was Jordan's idea, and second, I haven't been to Alabama Hills in years because it's become such a popular destination and can get a bit crowded. But maybe with some snow on the ground and lower temperatures, we might get lucky and there won't be many folks out there. But before we can head north, we need to air up. So we are having to use the Jeep's air compressor to air up Jordan's truck because your brother went out and took the compressor.
Yep.
And so you don't have a compressor.
Nope.
But you and I have been talking about figuring out what to do for an air compressor setup in here. What are you thinking about doing?
Yeah, so I think maybe something in the bed. There's this one company, they sell a mount for like the storage box that's already back there. So we can just throw either a single or a dual ARB air compressor and just flip a switch and it's good to go.
Yeah, I think dual is the way to go since you're going to go a little bit larger tires.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit larger tires. But we probably didn't even need to air down today. And I think if we would have known that we weren't going to stay here, the night here, we probably wouldn't have. A big reason we don't mind leaving the Trona Pinnacles and getting back on the hardball is because driving up Highway 395 is one of the most scenic drives in California. As you cruise along the open road, the towering eastern Sierra Nevadas look down on you the whole way. There are endless historic sites to visit out here, a handful of rustic small towns along the way, and if you know where to look, there are some incredible off-road trails that will lead you to some epic camping locations. Just know that you won't find cheap fuel along the way, but it's a small price to pay to be in this region. After about an hour and a half of driving, we made our way to the small town of Lone Pine, where we turned off Highway 395 and made our way a few miles west, climbing just slightly in elevation to the area of Alabama Hills, where, oh my, we were both taken back by just how beautiful it is up here. Now, we opted to not air down this time as we anticipated we'd only be on some very mild dirt roads, but by the end of the day, we'll have hit a few challenging sections, and we realized later that airing down would have made things a lot easier. Well, Jordan, I think your decision to come up here to Alabama Hills is the right one, dude. This is beautiful up here today.
Yeah, just the mountains with all the snow in the background, it's just amazing. It looks like something out of a movie.
Yeah, I haven't been here in a long time because we kind of quit coming to this area because it's so popular and so many people come out here. But I don't think a lot of people are going to come here tonight because it's going to be a little chilly.
Yeah, and it being like a weekday, I think we came at a really good time.
Yeah, hopefully we can find a camp spot. It's interesting that you can only camp at the designated marked spots now. That's something that that wasn't here last time, but I guess that's probably just because so many people have come out here over a period of time that they want to try to keep the area as pristine as possible.
Yeah, that and the signs that say like day use only down certain trails.
Yeah, but I gotta say, man, this is this is beautiful, buddy. Good call coming here. Where it's gonna be a little chilly in the morning, but we'll survive. We'll have a nice hot cup of coffee, and it'll be good.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Okay, we're going up this section of trail here, and it gets tight and technical. I almost thought it wasn't the trail, but as I walked it, I'm like, the campsite on the other side of this is amazing. But we're gonna get a little flexy, a little tight in here. That's all right. I think the reward will be worth it if we can secure this campsite. Ooh, lifting a tire right there. Look at that. Come on, baby. Woo! I might have to redo that again. There you go. One more time. There we go. I'm gonna have to spot Jordan through that, I think. Oh yeah, though, this campsite right here, oh, this is gonna be worth it 100%. Absolutely.
Going to this really tight flexi spot. First time with the camper going through something like this. So I guess we're gonna see how it is. This is super tight for Tacoma. It's a little long.
Easy, straighten it out. Straighten it out. There you go. There you go. There you go. Nicely done, dude. You got it.
I'm scared.
Come passenger as you're coming up. You got lots of room on passenger.
So I have no rock sliders.
Yeah, no rock sliders. That's why I want you to stay passenger. You're clear. You're really clear over here.
How close am I to this rock? I might be good.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're good. Just stay passenger and come around. Easy, easy. Come down slow. Nice. Nice.
Oh, this is a nice spot.
It's a beautiful spot. Oh yeah, this was a gorgeous camping spot. A beautiful view, it's level, room for multiple vehicles. So we marked it and decided to keep exploring more, and we'll come back in an hour or two before the sun sets because no one will come here to claim this spot, right? All right, Jordan, this morning you told me that Trona Pinnacles was your new favorite location. Just a minute ago on the radio you said, nope, I changed my mind. It's Alabama Hills.
Yeah, this place is pretty cool. I mean, it's been a few years since we've been here, and I just forgot how amazing this place was.
We actually camped in this very spot. I wanted to come up here and check it out, and this is a gorgeous spot with a massive view on both sides of the mountains. The problem is there is zero protection from the wind, and while it's not windy at the moment, it is expected to get windy in the morning, and so I think We found a couple good spots down in the valley, so we're gonna go explore a little bit more, and then we're gonna go set up at camp, cook some dinner, and then Jordan, we got to give these guys a tour of your camper, man.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that.
All right, let's go see some more of this beautiful place.
Max track.
Yeah. Where'd you find that?
Oh, it was someone just left it on the ground.
Yeah, well, there you go. It's a freebie.
Yeah, and it's not a knockoff either. So.
No, not a knockoff. You Toyota guys need that.
Toyota more cake.
You did pretty good today, dude. Did pretty good today.
I mean, hard did it.
All right, guys, well, we have found camp for the night, and the setup was super fast, and we did have a couple challenges trying to find a camp spot. We had a couple that we marked, and we were like, oh, we'll come back to them later, and actually, we came back to them later, and somebody was already there. So thankfully, we got this beautiful spot. It's nice and flat, gorgeous, gorgeous views. I think the sunrise in the morning is going to be amazing. Jordan's in here geeking out with his new toy.
Yeah.
You liking the camper?
Oh yeah, this thing's super nice.
Super nice. So we did do a little bit of trail jerry rigging.
Yeah.
Right? We went to Walmart and got a 12 volt because we needed to power the lights. So we got to figure out how to power these permanently. But we got a little 12 volt plug and just kind of put some connectors on here, and we've got lights and
a fan.
A fan. So I don't think we'll need that fan tonight, but it'll nice to have the lights. We're gonna have the heater in here. We'll stay nice and toasty. But I've got dinner duty. So I need to start getting prepped here.
So, Dad, what's for dinner?
Nothing crazy fancy, just some pork chorizo burritos. And we have beans, but I think there's enough for us to have 2 burritos, which should be more than enough.
Yeah.
So pretty simple, pretty fast. I gotta say, I am really, really liking this site, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 0 wind at the moment, so that's really nice.
And then the mountains in the background, it just looks beautiful.
It's gorgeous. I mean, look, Trona was beautiful out there today, and it was warm, but coming here, the snow, oh man, it's gorgeous. This was absolutely the right call, and it was only, what, a little over an hour and a half to get up here?
Yeah, it was worth it.
It was worth it. We're gonna be chilly in the morning, but that's okay. As long as the wind stays just like this, like non-existent, we're good.
Yeah, I mean, you have your heated vest for the morning, so you'll be fine.
I got my heated vest. The temperature was beginning to drop pretty rapidly, so a nice hot meal like this with minimal cleanup is the perfect dinner. Good?
Yeah.
Quick and easy, huh?
Yeah. Not bad.
Jordan and I had a great conversation around the campfire this evening, and the entire campsite was dimly lit with the rising of a full moon. What an incredible day. morning, guys. I am on my third cup of coffee and I am full of joy. Jordan and I have had a great morning. It's cold, there's no doubt, but there's no wind and it is beautiful out here, just gorgeous. I mean, just the snow on these desert rocks and then off in the distance in the Sierra Mountains. Unbelievable views here. We don't really want to leave, but we are going to have to pack up here in a little bit. But before we do, we want to give you a full tour of the camper and talk about all the specs, and Jordan's going to share with you kind of his ideas going forward about kind of some things he wants to do with it. But before we do that, I want to invite you to go check us out over at TrailRecon.com. We've got all kinds of gear over there to outfit your adventure. So you want to come to places like this, you need gear for your vehicle, for camping. We've got you all set over at TrailRecon.com. So go check that out, guys. All right, here is how the install of the truck went, and then we'll show you it up close. So a little secret that we've been keeping from you is we actually ordered the four-wheel camper the same week we purchased the truck. So we've been waiting several months for this day. And when we arrived for our install appointment at Four Wheel Campers, they got straight to work mounting it up. They also allowed us free rein to walk around and see the process of what goes into putting these campers together. I remember when Jordan was younger, we'd often sit down in front of the TV and watch that show, How It's Made. We were always fascinated by the ingenuity that goes into building great products. This facility here is relatively new, and they have made many modern updates to their production line. It was cool to see the raw materials and the hand-stitched fabric, the welding and the wiring, and just all the well-built campers that are produced here. Now, the Project M that we're installing is simple, and it allows Jordan to really get creative with how he wants to design the interior. He's got lots of ideas, but I think he's already changed his mind a few times just in the last 2 days. And I told him, don't be in a rush. Use it for a while, get to know it, and then as time moves on, you'll figure out what works best for you and build it the way you want. I'm excited to help him with this project, but I want him to take his time. Okay. Let's give you a up and close look at the camper. All right, buddy. You ready to give these guys a tour of your brand new camper?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, this thing's amazing.
Yeah. All right. Before we get started, let's just mention that, you've been with the Marines for a few years, and you know what it is to rough it out in the field.
Yeah.
And you've slept with us in a bivy sack on the ground.
Yeah.
How was your sleeping experience last night compared to that?
Compared to that, this thing was at least like 20 times better.
Yeah, super comfortable. Mattress is really nice.
Yeah, it's super comfortable.
Yeah, so that was good. Okay, what do we have here? What is this?
So this is the Project M by Four Wheel Campers.
Okay.
It's not the full-on, sits in a bed camper. It's more like a topper with a pop-up tent on it.
Right. The weight is pretty low on this.
Yep.
It's rated at 352 on the spec here on the build sheet. We think it's a little bit more than that because we did put a couple options on there. But still, we're not crazy heavy.
No.
Which this Toyota Tacoma is going to appreciate, not a massive amount of weight, but it is additional weight.
Yeah.
And so going forward, we got to think about how much weight we're building this out with, which we will talk about a little bit. So, all right, talk about the top rail. I mean, that's the cool part about it is the whole top pops up.
So, and it's super easy. There's only 3 of these latches on each side. You just pop them up.
Yeah.
You go inside, push it up, and that's it.
Yeah,
it's all set up.
I mean, you did it for the very first time last night, and it took you 2 minutes?
Maybe.
And so as you do it more and more, it's just going to get faster and faster. And it's really nice material. Yeah. And you've got the thermal pack on the inside.
Yeah, so that definitely helped last night.
Yeah, I think it was like, we were pretty warm in there last night.
Oh, that was toasty.
Yeah, I mean, we had the heater on before we went to bed. But, I mean, with our sleeping bags, the blanket, we're good. Yeah. So, perfect. And you, on the roof, we had the fan going.
Yeah, and it has the remote too, so you can turn it down to I think we had it at 10%. It's super quiet.
We didn't even hear it.
No, I didn't notice it.
But it was just enough to circulate the air, so that was perfect. And then you crack the window. So we have windows on both sides. And one is an emergency exit. And this one, they've got screens on there so we can have good airflow as well. Talk about the siding. What do we have here? It's the diamond plate, right?
Yeah, so this is the diamond plating. It's a little more durable than their other, I don't know what they are, like a laminate siding.
Right.
But it's I mean, yeah, it's going to hold up well against pinstriping and stuff like that.
For sure. Yep. And then you did option with some rails.
Yep. These are super nice. You can mount maybe some roto packs, some max tracks. And then these bolts on these like mounting points.
Yes, for the jack points.
Yeah, for the jack. You can take these bolts out and just slide them in there and mount whatever you want to
Yeah,
it.
so I think figuring out what you want to put on the side, we got to be careful because you don't want something sticking super far out. But, you know, something slim and some extra fuel or whatever will work. I think there's something to talk about. So you did take a little bit of a hit on your fuel mileage on the way home, we noticed. Probably at least 2 miles per gallon.
Yeah.
So that's something we'll have to think about going forward. But, you know, it's all compromises. You know, you're having a great experience, a place to sleep. You know, all your stuff's going to be secure in here. Yeah. It's going to be nice. So on the roof, no solar, but it's wired for solar. Yeah, so they were telling us they wire their campers the same way no matter what options you get. So the wire's already up there if we want to do solar, so that'd be a super easy project. Right, for sure. And then inside on the roof, there's LED lighting. Yeah, there's 4 LED lights. You just tap them to turn them on, and then they lower, like they dim and brighten. Yeah, it worked out pretty well, because you went to bed before me, so we just put them on dim, so I could crawl in there after you. And then talk about the rear. So you still get your tailgate. You don't lose the tailgate. This pretty much just closes over it. Yeah, I mean, I like the fact that you get to keep your tailgate because you use your tailgate, I mean, for sitting on, for cooking on. Yeah, it's like a nice table. Yeah, and then we already talked about the bed rug install, but oh yeah, how nice was that last night? I'm so happy that we went with the bed rug because one, it just looks a lot cleaner. It also, there's no echo inside. It helps with the sound. And then since it's the foam and the carpet, it's pretty decent at insulating. Yeah, I mean, crawling down this morning, it wasn't like I was hopping on a cold truck bed. Yeah. There was some carpet there. It was really nice. Yeah. Okay, on the inside, you've got, it's pretty wide open. The sky's the limit here. There's 2 little platforms for sitting on either side. Yep. What do you, I mean, I know you've kind of gone through like probably 4 renditions in your head about how you want to build this out, and I think we'll figure that out over time, but I mean, what are some of the ideas that you kind of have right now? So definitely some type of storage. I want to do some type of power, maybe utilize the truck's original power that's already back here, hook that up to like a battery pack and wire the lights, the fan. Sure. Yeah, we've talked about doing a dedicated battery system. Yeah. But then now we're maybe leaning towards just doing like a portable power system that we can just plug everything into. Yeah. Right now, I mean, that's what we did last night. We just kind of jerry-rigged it with a 12-volt plug, and that turns all the lights and the fans on. It's already pre-wired for the solar, so we could put a solar panel up there and wire that directly to like a Goal Zero or Jackery or whatever. I don't know. There's some possibilities. Now, there's some other wires here. What are those? What's the green and black wire for? So the green and black one, those are pre-wired for like if you want to do some floodlights back here. Yep. Maybe we'll use that to do some type of dust light or something. I'm not sure. Yep. I think that'll be cool. I like that it's pre-wired. Yeah. That makes it easy because then we're not fishing wires all the way around the whole place or whatnot. That's super nice. Yep. Then you had some mounting rails on the sides. Yeah, there's some aluminum rails on the inside. They came with some ratchet straps. I'm not sure exactly what we're gonna put there. I was thinking about maybe mounting like some type of heater or something in there. Yeah. I mean, the possibilities are endless. Okay, and then talk about the bed and the mattress system. So you laid on the bed both ways. Yep. What do you think about the width of it? So if you have it pushed all the way in and you sleep side to side, I would be okay with that. I'm 6'4". I can't lay all the way out, but if I curl up, I think I would be comfortable doing that. Yeah, not me, dude. I gotta lay like I gotta be able to extend my legs, but yeah. But the other way with the bed fully open. Yeah, you pull the thing all the way out. I think they said it was the size of a king. Yeah. So there's plenty of room up there. Yeah, I mean, you and I slept on there last night. We didn't even bump elbows. No. We probably could have fit a third person in there. Probably. I mean, it would have been cozy, but you still could do it. Yeah. Yeah. So there's 4 windows. We need to do some kind of curtains or screens or something. Yeah, probably go on Amazon, maybe do like some Velcro or like a little pole, just buy some fabric, and just a little privacy would be nice. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I think this is a great platform. I mean, there's so many options for what you can do with this thing. But I think the important thing is, just because you've changed your mind so many times in just the last couple of days since we put this on, I think you just got to do what we're doing right now and get out and use it, and you'll figure out, you know, what you need and maybe what you don't need, and then just kind of go from there. But the important thing is, as you start to build this out, make some videos for these guys. Yeah. I definitely like the idea of it like being more modular, so that way we can change it based off the trips we do, or I don't know, just how things progress. Yeah.
you know?
I mean, if you're solo, or maybe you're with, you know, your girlfriend and the dog, or,
Yeah.
you know, or maybe your brother's coming along with you. Yeah, I think the sky's the limit with this thing. I think it's a great platform. You know, if I could rewind in time and this was available for like my Gladiator,
Yeah.
this is exactly what I would have done.
Yeah, it's definitely a good option. I'm super excited to see what we do with it.
Well, I hope you enjoyed checking out the camper. We have had an awesome adventure over the last couple days, and we're looking forward to having a lot more adventures, and I'm excited to see what Jordan decides to do with this camper going forward. And what a beautiful spot out here. No regrets coming out here. Jordan, good call on this, buddy. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed hanging out with us. Until next time, we'll see you in the next video. That's cold.
Yep.